Hello everyone, good morning. How are you? I hope you all in good condition. And let me introduce myself. My name is Safora. People know me as Ova, and I'm student of English Diploma of Diponegoro University. And today I will present it about my proposal class. I will share my proposal. So check it out. Because of I'm student of English Diploma and my major is focused on tourism, so my proposal is focusing on the problem in tourist attraction. I choose the Colomadu in Karanganyar because this tourist spot is neglect, so I will up it and share it to you all. Okay, and the Colomadu is the tourist spot. It's from Colomadu sugar factory, and its condition so bad and neglect because it has stopped operating for about 20 years. Yes, and this tourist spot is located on Adi Sucipto number 1 Karanganyar, Central Java. It's about 10 minutes drive from Adi Sumarmo Airport. It is Solo International Airport. Okay. Because the condition is neglect, because the condition was neglect, so PT Sinergi Colomadu initiate to revitalize it in 2017. This is a joint venture that which are a part of PT Properti TBK, PT Taman Wisata Candi Prambanan, Borobudur and Ratu Boko, PT Jasa Marga Properties. So they will turn Colomadu Sugar Factory into a tourist spot. They still maintain the sugar factory giant machine to provide historical insight for visitors, but they convert their function, such as Catalan station for F&B area, evaporation station for arcade area, carbonization station for an art and craft area, and others. For grand opening this tourist attraction, they held inauguration on Saturday 24 Maret of 2018, and they held a concert by presenting David Foster and Friends at the Colomadu Hall. To get attention for early entry, they make it free, and then they change it into 25 Indonesian rupiah. Okay, the study focused on designing information board about the giant machine and how sugar making process. I get it from the traveler reviews on travel website that in the Colomadu there is no information about the giant machine and how sugar making process. They just say it's this attraction spot is just for Instagrammable, but they don't provide information about the machine in the tourist attraction. And the language I choose is English and Indonesian because English is international language and Indonesian is chosen by the mother tongue of Indonesian people. of the Indonesian. To introduce the Colomadu, we need printed media. The content of information board can help. We hope can help local and foreign tourists to find out the information clearly. There is I think enough, and then let's move to the aims and the advantages of the study. Okay, first is the aims is to design information board about the giant machine, and then to design information board about how sugar making process. Okay, after is the advantages of the study are to educate visitors how to make sugar. I hope they visit the Colomadu not just for take a photo, but I will they get the information. They get the insight of the Colomadu, and then to assist foreign tourists to understand the Colomadu information, and we hope the Colomadu can develop more on an international scale. Okay, the next is data collection methods. I will use research and development methods to getting data based on Bird and Gale on their book. They state educational research and development, or R&D, is process used to develop and validate educational product. The step of the processing usually referred to the R&D cycle, which consists of studying research findings pertinent to the product to develop, and then developing products based on the findings. After that is field testing, and then revising. The R&D result is final product. So I hope that product can give advantage for people. For this section, for this proposal, I average it into 6 steps. The first is research and information collection. The first R&D step is research and information collection. At this stage, at least need two steps. That is literature studies and field studies. In the literature studies, it used to find concept or foundation of the product of the studies, yes. And then the second step is field studies. For field studies, it was necessary as a measurement of needs and research on a small scale to develop the product. So, to know the problem, I collect information by searching visitor reviews in trip review website. The second is planning. Okay, after get the problem, we need to plan or design the products. That include what is the purpose of the product, and then who is the user, and then the description of the product. So, information board about the giant machines and how sugar making process is its purpose is to share information for visitors, and the users is the visitors, and the components include the information about sites, accommodation, restaurant transportation, and activities in the Colomadu. After it, we have to develop form of the product. After designing, of course, we have to make the product. The result of this step is just a draft, just a raw draft. So we need to validation from the expert. So we can say it as expert validation stage. Each step aims is to get experimental trials or evaluation, and we will get the generalized conclusion. So we need to request the expert from PT Sinergi Colomadu to evaluate the information board. And then after that, we try to file testing. According to Borch and Hall, field trial are recommended for 1 to 3 schools with a total of 10 to 30 people. During the implementation of field trials, researchers conduct intensive observation and recorded important things done by the respondents who will be used as material for the refinement of the initial product. So, after get the validation from the Colomadu expert, I will test it. I will doing the file testing. I will give the information board to the visitors. It is needed to test the effectiveness. After that is product revision. Each step is the completion of the final product. It's necessary for more accurate product being developed. So after getting doing field testing, we have to revise designing information board to get the effectiveness. If the product is not effective, we have to revise it. After that is this dissemination and implementation. The last step is dissemination and implementation. Okay, after we get the revision of the product, we will disseminate and imply it to the visitors. It aims is to socialize to the visitors and to check the effectiveness of the product. So use the R&D methods is necessary because to coin a product need some research, and then coin that product, failed test to evaluate the effectiveness, and then we have to revise it, and the final result is achieve the product. According to UNWTO Forum in 1993, the tourism means is the activities of person traveling and staying in the places outside their usual environment for not more than one consecutive year for leisure, business, and other purpose. And the second is from the regulation of the Republic of Indonesia number 10, 1009. It written that tourism is travel activity carried out by a person or group of people by visiting certain places for recreational, personal development, or learning the uniqueness of tourist attraction visit in a temporary period. So the conclusion is tourism is person's activity for traveling and staying temporarily to a tourist destination to do various tourist activities. Okay, the second is the meaning of museum from the ICOM in 2007. Museum is non-profit permanent institution in the service of society and its development, open to public, which acquires, conserves, researches, communicates, and exhibits the tangible and intangible heritage. And the purpose of the museum is for education, study, and enjoyment. While in the Corlin Dictionary, museum means a building where a large number of interesting and valuable objects, such as works of art or historical items, are kept, studied, and displayed to the public. So the conclusion is, museum is building which opens for public, where contains historical items for several purposes that such as for education, study, and enjoyment. And next is the profile of the Colomadu. The Colomadu is tourist spot, is a former Colomadu sugar factory located on Adi Sucipto number 1, Karanganyar district, Central Java. It about 10 minutes from Adi Sumarmo Airport. It found in 1861 in Karanganyar by Mangkunegaraan IV. He is a governor. He is the leader of the Karanganyar district. And then in 1928, this factory underwent an expansion of the sugar cane area and architectural renovation by PT Sinergi Colomadu. The renovation started in 2018. The revitalization contraction by PT Sinergi Colomadu, which are a part of PT PP TBK, PT PP Property TBK, PT Taman Wisata Candi Prambanan Borobudur and Ratu Boko, and PT Jasa Marga Property. Now this place has turned into a tourist and business district. This place was revitalized while maintaining the existing historical value and wealth, such as the giant machine. The next is information board. The meaning of information board based on Cambridge Business English Dictionary. Tourist board is an official organization that encourages people to visit an area, city, or country, and that provides information about travel, places of interest, and the place where to stay, and etc. According to Walker and Harding in their book, they state the language of information board should be give advice and suggestion, and then give persuasive sentence. It contains how to guide the and how to saying goodbye. So for the next is definition of English as international language. Based on Izan and Mahfudin, they state in their book, but they wrote in Indonesia, so I paraphrase in English. English is an international language besides used for relation between other countries, also for development and developed science, because most of the science books is from another country. So we have to use the English for connect to each other. Okay, the next is the definition of media. According to Leslie in Irian, Tara, and Surahman, he explained that media are a tool of publicity or responding to the organization as a medium of communication. And for another search, I cited from I'm cited from marketingbusinessnews.com. Media, which is the plural of medium, refers to the communication channels through which we disseminate news, music, movies, education, promotional message, and other data. It includes physically online newspaper and magazine, television, radio, billboard, telephone, and the internet, and fax and the billboards. It describes the various way to communicate in society. So, from the statement above, we can conclude that media is a communication tool to publish everything. Okay, this is the reference, and thank you for attention. That's all from me, and I'm sorry if I have many mistakes, and see you.